there were a lot of really pretty scenes. In most areas you could see the mountains, and the mountains were quite beautiful. For like preparation days and things, we were encouraged to go check out, I guess, tourist attractions and things, just to learn more about the culture. And places that we would often go were like dams, where you'd have like just this beautiful reservoir with like a little park next to it in the middle of the desert. So it's just like this nice little oasis. And then also we would often just like hike up hills and mountains. There are places where there are a lot of little cactus or cacti. They're about that big, so you kind of have to step very delicately so as to avoid stepping on them. But some really beautiful scenes. Some of them, particularly in San Juan, reminded me of, I guess, some of the pictures that you see of Jerusalem, or like paintings of Jesus like looking down at Jerusalem. There are places that are reminiscent of that. There are a couple of rivers, but not really. Just small rivers, or rivers that are like channeled through concrete in the middle of the cities. Another thing to know is about the acequias, which are like little ditches that are at the side of the street. And those go through most settled areas. Sometimes acequias can be quite rancid. Though usually, like in the cities, it's not too bad. Sometimes out in rural areas, they can be pretty filthy. But especially with the mountains, there are just some incredibly gorgeous areas and really pretty views to look at. One thing that's interesting about Argentina is how creative the graffiti is. And there's a lot of, in the cities, people will be just quite creative and have like a bit of a wry sense of humor. One common theme was flying pigs, just on the walls in the cities. It's these, I guess, pigs flying around, and that was quite lovely. Sometimes with the slogan "La culpa no es del chancho," like it's not the pig's fault, which I think was some political slogan, but I'm not sure exactly what it meant. And there was, in one area, there's a wall that is like broken in the middle, and on one end of the wall it has like the last half of like this big dinosaur lizard, and then at the break in the wall it has it like all bloody, as if the dinosaur had been like smashed in half by the wall breaking, and then like the rest of the dinosaurs on the other side. There's another bit of graffiti where Darth Vader is kneeling before Jesus and saying like, "I'm sorry." Just a lot of really interesting and creative graffiti. Another feature is that there are a lot of street vendors, people who will be selling watches or chorizo, which is like a sausage sandwich thing, or choripan, which has chorizo in it.